my gosh, what craziness this is. Okay, I think this is working. Except I can't see chat box there it is. Sorry guys, okay, good, I see stuff's on. Burnt my finger super bad right before this, and hi. Um, and then we had a bunch of like technical issues. Our internet just randomly shut off. So I'm glad that I'm here and this is working. I've been wanting to do a training like this for our team for a while now. For those of you who are able to be on Doug Moss's on the linked call, it's really good, but it was fantastic. But for those of you who are newer, which is pretty much our entire team, it can be extremely overwhelming, and that video could not be recorded. And so for those of you who missed out, I want you to understand this, because especially in a time like right now where people are losing their jobs and it is a really stressful time in the world, there's a lot of uncertainty. At the same time, we have something at our fingertips that not only is really powerful for our own health, but that people need. And why not you? There is a select few of people, category of people right now, and as our world is in the midst of a lot of suffering, where we have the opportunity to really rise up and make an impact in people's lives, but also secure our families financially. And I want to show you why we are part of that percentage. I wanted to read this to you really quick. It's from the Bloomberg newspaper. And it's about like different businesses and kind of where we're at right now, and tanking economy and the stock market crashing, and basically we're going into a recession. And they had this quote from our CEO, Beachbody CEO Carl Daikeler, who founded his workout from home concept in 1998, says new subscriber signups are up more than 200% from the same time last year, and volume is up nearly 80%. There are approximately 1.5 million subscribers to Beachbody On Demand. He said there's not a shortage of content available. He says the shortage is from programs that are engaging and that will really work. Fitness is the easiest thing in the world to skip. And I love those numbers because it just goes to show you that people need, like, they so need what we have to offer. Not just in the fitness from home, because no one can work out anywhere else right now, but in our communities. Like, people, we are going to see and have already seen anxiety, depression, and suicide rates skyrocket. And people need what we have to offer more than ever. Everyone is going to work from home platforms, and I don't take that lightly. We have a huge responsibility and gift at our fingertips to share with people. Before we talk about money, I wanted to talk about that because that is what is going to drive your financial success. Having a financial goal is not necessarily going to make you financially successful. The most successful people, hi Ashton, the most successful people financially are the ones who have non-financial motives, if that makes sense. Not that wanting to make money is bad, we all need to, right? But it's the reason behind it. Why are you wanting to make money? Is it because you want to be able to provide for your family and have complete control over it? Is it because you want to be able to give to other people who are really suffering right now? Because you want to be able to get out of debt? Because of what does that mean to you? That is what is most important, no matter if you're a brand new coach who just signed up today, or if you've been around since 1998 when it started, right? So I wanted to start with that, and also communicate hi Colleen, communicate the importance of understanding what we're doing. This is a business, and most of you, I know just from talking to you, got into this without really wanting to start a business, and that's okay. But I also want to speak to those of you who are like, you know what, my family needs this, I need this, people need this, let's do this thing. How do I make this a business? You have to understand the compensation plan, how you're going to get paid. I had no idea when I came into this that there was 4 different ways we could earn money. I really thought, I'm not a salesperson, and I thought this is a sales job. It's not. Like that, there's a transaction in it, and commission is one of the 4 ways that we earn money. But if you stay in that role, you're never going to maximize the compensation plan. And it's going to be really hard for you to be financially successful if you stay in that. And I want to help you understand why, because it took me way too long, in my opinion, in hindsight, to understand that. Okay, so I'm going to start this as if you were a brand new coach, because I don't want anyone to miss anything. So the first thing that you're going to want to do when it comes to your financial piece of Beachbody is set up your direct deposit. There's trainings on this all over the internet, including I've sent one to you. The Beachbody new coach training talks you through how to set my EFT management. So please make sure that you set that up, because if you don't, and that's basically your direct deposit, if you don't, it's going to take you much longer to get your money, and it's going to be mailed to you in the form of a check. We get paid every Thursday, and you want that set up so that it automatically goes into your bank account. The way the structure works, so if I started today and I sold 4 challenge packs, let's say, on, I don't even know, today's Sunday, right? So Thursday in my coach office, it's going to show what I've earned, like what my commission is essentially for this week. And then it's the following Thursday that amount will show up in my bank account. So, and I'm telling you this because, again, it took me forever to figure out, and a lot of new coaches don't recognize that. So you'll see if you start now, you'll see your first paycheck in 2 weeks, but you get paid every single week, every single Thursday, which is a huge blessing, because my nursing job used to pay me once a month, and that was super crappy. Okay, so that's that. As a new coach, my guidance and my direction and what you're going to hear from new coach trainings is get your first 3 people started, and usually how you got started. The reason we say that is because we're trying to keep things as simple as possible. Let me tell you right now, the things I'm going to share with you are going to feel uncomfortable and complicated, because you don't know it. It's something new, and whenever you're learning something new, it's always like, what? Like, I don't understand this, because it's new. So expect that. That's totally normal. You don't have to know all the things, but I want you to have kind of a vision of how this could set you up for success, especially in the long term. But as a new coach, you really do want to get your first wins. And if you guys have watched any of my stuff, you know I'm a huge believer, especially right now, in the complete solution, which is a challenge pack. As a new coach, you know nothing usually about our catalog and what we offer people. So the easiest way usually is, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is how I started. You should do the same thing. And you get them started the same way as you do. And that is where you will see your first wins through the first way we earn, which is commission. You will earn 25 to 40% commission on what people purchase as a referral from you, right? And so this is the sales component. This is what people are like, I'm so scared of selling. I'm not a salesperson. You're going to have to get over that and start to really understand and connect how you're impacting people. Nobody apologizes for a referral link from Amazon. Nobody would apologize if Fabletics or Lululemon said, hey, can I send you some free stuff for you to share this, referral link with people so they'll buy more of our stuff. You benefit and they benefit. No one apologizes for that. And so if you're stuck in that mindset of, I'm afraid of being salesy, 1, don't be salesy or icky, which if you're on our team that you're already not, because I won't work with people like that. And number 2, you have to understand what you're doing as a service. And you are a business owner, and there's nothing you need to apologize about that. Okay, so 25 to 40%. This is honestly in your first year most of how you make your money. Primarily. This is what's referred to as front-end income. If you have a piece of paper, right? And there's a rectangle, like a dollar bill. Oh, this is gonna be horrible. Let's say this, oh gosh, you can't see me. This is reversed. This is front end income. Let's pretend this is the front. This is front end income. This is back end income. This is commission, a trade of hours for dollars, right? So if you're a personal trainer and you work this many hours, you get paid that much. That's front end income. It's instant. Does that make sense? So front end income, back end income. This is a horrible diagram, and I don't even know if you can see it very good, but Beachbody's compensation plan is heavier on back end income than it is front end income. That is a massive blessing, and it took me years to understand it, but I want you to understand the basics of it. Jeez, what kind of diagram? I feel like I can make things worse with the diagram. So, I'm going to I pulled up the compensation plan for you guys really quick, and I'll put a link in. Let's see what I did with that. There it is. Hopefully you can see this. So this is these are our compensation plan highlights. Let me see if I can put this. Sorry that this is going to be confusing to your eye for a second. Okay, so you can look this up for yourself. This is the most updated version. So you're going to see the first way we earn income is through commission, essentially. There's different verbiage, but essentially it's commission. For a challenge pack, $38 is not a very common one because these are smaller challenge packs are not very popular, if that makes sense. Usually the lowest amount that you'd make on a challenge pack sale is $50, all the way up to $150 commission for a challenge pack. Retail product, meaning if a customer comes and buys a cleanse from you, beach bars, if they buy just Shakeology, if they buy any kind of the products we have to offer through you, you get 25% of whatever that is. And then the memberships are Beachbody On Demand memberships, so you get 40% of that. So if somebody buys a $99 Beachbody On Demand annual subscription, you're getting about $40 from that, which is pretty cool. So this is how I want you to see this so you understand it. But where'd my face go? Oh, yep. Okay. This is where I will always tell you to lead with a total solution of a challenge pack, but really my goal for you is to get some wins. Okay, so say you recommend the challenge pack to someone that you signed up with. This is what I know. This is what I'm doing. You should totally do this. And they're like, I just lost my job and whatever. Money is so tight right now. I can't afford $150, $160. Instead of saying, okay, that sucks, I can't help you, you can start smaller. Okay, no problem. What do you need the most help with right now? Well, I really feel like workouts would really help me feel better. Okay, let's start you off with, and then you could do a 3-month, a 6-month, or a 12-month Beachbody On Demand subscription. Ask them financially, what would you be able to do right now? Not asking, like, what could you do every month? We're not looking at, bigger stuff at the future. Just like, what could you do right now? Could you do, for a 3-month Beachbody On Demand subscription, it's about, I think it's $38 off the top of my head. Could you do that? Yeah, I could do that. Okay, cool. Also, I know you really struggle with motivation, so I would recommend trying maybe a tub of Energize. And again, you can just throw it out there if it will help them and you're genuine about it. Or a sample of Shakeology, a 7-day sample of Shakeology. And however we can get them started, awesome. Do it. Because what if you could get 10 people started with the 3-month subscription to Beachbody On Demand? That will add up, right? So we really want to focus, especially right now in the world around us, on how can we just get you some wins right now? Because you're going to feel more encouraged and you're going to get more people on board, and there's more of a likelihood of them saying, okay, like, now I want to try Shakeology. Let me just tell you though, I still 110% believe in the total solution of a challenge pack. It is the biggest bang for your buck, hands down. Because for 160 bucks, if you start to do the math yourself, if you start to break down the cost of products individually, it's $130 for Shakeology, 100 bucks for Beachbody On Demand. That alone adds up to 200. Oh, good Lord. I'm like, $230. And then our VIP programs, Bar Blend and 10 rounds, are on sale right now for $160 for that challenge pack, which if you were to add on the VIP access to the challenge pack, it's like another $60. So you're looking at $290 that they would have to spend if they bought things separately. But through a challenge pack, they can get it for $160. And then they're getting fitness, they're getting some nutrition, they're getting your community, and they feel mentally like I have the total solution rather than I just have a piece of it. Both options are okay, but that is how I personally approach people, and then I just downgrade if they financially can't do it. I also want to encourage you, since we're on the topic, when people give you price objections, to be understanding and to hear them, and then also to say, like, I see you and I hear you. I'm learning more about this coaching thing. I really don't know anything about it if you're newer, but there is a way to make side income, and people are chomping at the bit for home workouts right now. They really need it. Or for superfoods, healthy supplements to be delivered to their door that they don't have to go out to a store for. So I see a huge need, and I'm really excited about learning how I could get all my stuff paid for and more through what people are needing right now. And it's just a very genuine human invite for someone to learn with you about coaching. And if you have people like that and you are newer, I am always open to doing 3-way calls and helping support you in that. Okay, so that's the first way we earn commission. Hopefully everybody understands that. That is where most of your money is going to be made, usually in your first year. But if you are someone who's coming into this and you're like, I need to make money, like this needs to be successful for where my family's at, it will be life-changing for us. I have big visions and big goals. I want to end the trend of, not only obesity in my family, but financial hardship, and I can do this. What do I need to do? I'm going to tell you that you're a new coach now, and I'm going to show you the stepping stones to get to 2-star. And I will tell you what that is. Because at 2-star is really financially where things start to really shift. That's when I was able to quit my nursing job. A lot of things happen at 2-star. For those of you who are brand new, you're like, what the heck is that? So our ranking system goes from, you get your first 2 coaches under you, and you become Emerald. And this is where, I'm trying to make this as least complicated as possible. I'm not doing a good job. But at Emerald, when you get your first 2 coaches signed up under you, one on your left, one on your right leg, that is where you qualify to earn team cycle bonuses. Team cycle bonuses is the second way that we earn. And I think on the comp plan, yeah. You can look at this, and this is going to mean nothing to you if you're brand new. But here is you. Every coach has a left leg and a right leg, okay? A strong leg and a weak leg usually, but we'll go into that a little bit in a minute. So one of your first financial goals is to hit Emerald so that you can qualify for those team cycle bonuses. That has nothing to do with your commission. This is the second way you earn money. This is in addition to your commission. So usually my recommendation, if you are married or live with somebody who shares the same bills, same bank account, is to put your spouse or that individual on your weak leg, whatever that may be. So for a lot of my coaches, I really focus on building my right leg, so their right leg is going to be their strong leg. Their left leg is going to be their weak leg. And I can explain to you more why later, but just know that that's how it works. So you would I put my spouse on my weak leg, I put my mom on my strong leg. And that was my first 2 people that I ever signed up with the coach membership. A lot of people want the coach membership purely for the discount, and that's okay. Okay, so once you have your 2 people signed up, you're an Emerald, you qualify for these team cycle bonuses. This is where it comes down to your team growing and building volume. You build volume by having more coaches under you, especially coaches who are interested in sharing our solution with people. So at Emerald here, you get paid $14 bonus per team cycle. One cycle is 300 balanced volume points. So you would have on your left leg 200 volume points, on your weak leg 100 volume points. That would equal one cycle. You get paid $14 for every time the math calculator, whatever, can do that equation on a Wednesday night before we get paid on Thursday. Follow me here. How do you earn these volume points? Through product. So when a customer orders from you, a customer account, when they order from you, you get paid in commission. You get 25% of whatever product they order. If they order Shakeology for full price, $130, you get 25% of that. Usually ends up being 30 something. I forget. 30, I think it says up here. I thought it used to. It's like 33 or something, $33. From customers, you get commission. From coaches, you get volume. So if a coach orders Shakeology, that is, I don't have it in front of me. I don't know how many TV, because it's team volume Shakeology is, which kind of sucks that I don't. But every product, if you look at different products on the website, you'll see PV, which is personal volume, and TV, which is team volume. You cycle on the team volume from your coaches. Okay, so as your coaches order product, you get volume points, which you cycle off of. That is what a team cycle bonus is. As you sign up more coaches, as you find more coaches who want to earn a little bit of money, that exponentially grows. Here's the thought behind it. I could kill myself trying to help 100 people in a month. Or I could help 10 people and show those 10 people how to help 10 people. You still get paid, in a sense, off of all of those 100 people in one way or another, through volume usually, but you're doing a fraction of the work. That's the beauty of residual income or back-end income. My coach, all of the high 6-7 figure earners, I've heard several of them say 98% of their weekly paycheck that could be from, $10,000 to $20,000 a week, which is more money than any of us could ever comprehend. Most of that, like 98 to 99% of that, comes from team cycle bonuses. It does not come from commission. That is where long-term, how I showed you this is heavier. This is a horrible diagram. But just imagine that this is a lot bigger. That's even worse. Beachbody's compensation plan sets you up to, if you build it right, work less and make more in the long run. Okay? That is why you want to build a team. If this is something that resonates with you, that you really believe in and that you love, you have to have that first. Excuse me. And if you have that vision to really maximize your impact, to really provide financial freedom for your family, this is one of the reasons why I chose this route versus nursing or versus having my own health coaching business, because of the residual income possibility. And now this last month's been chaos for me, right? And I've had to take a lot of time off. In September this last year, I took the whole month off. I maybe worked 3 days and we still made $4,000 because of the residual income. This recording will be public, so income disclaimer. I nor Beachbody, I forget the specific words, but guarantees any level of income. It's all based off of you learning the compensation plan and you putting in the work to do it. just so everybody knows. Okay, so that's the second way you earn in a roundabout way, is through team cycle bonuses. It's through signing up coaches and then eventually having those people with coach accounts. It doesn't have to be all of them or a huge chunk of them, honestly. If you had 5 people who wanted to work the business under you, you would be extremely successful. Like, it's not that hard. But in order to get to 2-star, going back to how I started with this section, think about what you have to do. So 2-star is you becoming a diamond coach. Let me see. I thought this had it. Okay. Here is a diamond coach. Here's you. And you have 4 active coaches on your left leg and your right leg. And then you have an emerald on each leg. That's a diamond. And remember, an emerald has 2 coaches underneath them. So essentially, diamond is only 12 people. When I first started, and a lot of people, I'm not saying that I recommend this, but if you have a big family or big circle of friends, it's not hard to find 12 people, especially if you are running an account with your husband and your mother, for example. Or you find a friend who's like, hey, let's sign, you can sign up 2 people who want to get started with this. Diamond is not hard. It's just we can overcomplicate it. Benefit of hitting diamond. Once you do this number 2, team cycle bonuses, instead of getting paid $14 per cycle, you get paid $18 per cycle. That makes a big difference, especially in the long run, as your volume will continue to grow. Ruby's an in-between awkward stage that most people bypass by, so that's why I'm not touching it. But okay, so this is diamond. To get to 2-star, you have a diamond coach on each side. So you have a diamond coach on your left side and a diamond coach on your right side. That is 2-star. At 2-star, as you can imagine, you have all the volume of both of those diamond teams growing underneath of you. And so your volume and your team cycle bonuses is going to be much higher than when you were just a diamond coach. And you have the opportunity to open up a second business center. That means you can open up another coach account under your same social security number and build that account. So for me, we have, since I'm currently 5-star in my first business center, when I hit 2-star, which one of those was my husband built to diamond. When we hit 2-star, I opened up another one and I grew that to diamond, and that made us a 3-star diamond team. And all of that, so I'm earning commission in my second business center, I'm earning commission in my husband's account, and my husband's account and my second business center are all contributing to my first business center, my first coach account's volume. So you can see the huge asset in the long run of working with your spouse to support or to build their account, and then to get to 2-star to open up another one, and you're essentially double dipping in income. And there's nothing weird or like wrong about it's literally the compensation plan, and you're maximizing it, right? And that's why 2-star is a huge goal. 2-star is also huge because of the 4th way that we earn, which I'm going to show you in a second. But I just wanted to put that, even for brand new coaches, I want to put that in your head that that's really the goal. How do you get to 2-star? Well, you have to, at some point along the road, learn about and get excited about and share about coaching. I run coach sneak peeks. I've been running 2 a month. I'm going to be opening up another one here soon that you can invite people to. There's no shame in inviting people to what you're learning about when you don't know about it. It's actually you're actually more successful because you're saying, let's learn together, let's grow together, let's see if this is something that would be good for us to do. And then you're not this intimidating person that's like, I've been doing this for a while, you should do what I do. You know what I mean? There's like a different approach about it. So I highly recommend from the beginning learning the basics. Maybe watching this will get you excited about where it could take you. And and then you just share that excitement with people. Literally, that's it. But in order to get to 2-star, you do have to consistently add people to your team, consistently talk about coaching. A lot of mine in the beginning, I'll be honest with you, were all discount coaches. Everybody just wanted the coach account for the 25% discount, and that was fine with me. So you guys know, anyone who's active military, veteran, reservist, or spouse of any of those, they get a coach account with no coach registration fee and no coach monthly business service fee. So they count as one of your coaches building to diamond, which is awesome. Now, I don't think a lot of people know that or market it enough. Okay, so that is a long explanation of the second way that we earn Team Cycle bonus. That is really where if you're someone who's really serious about building a business and financial freedom and that residual income, this is where you want to really focus on the long-term vision. But this doesn't happen overnight. Okay, the third way that we earn is through matching bonus. So once you become, we're just going to focus on a diamond because remember, ruby is like non-existent. Usually a ruby account is this. You have an emerald on each side and then 2 active coaches on each leg. And usually the emerald's the hardest for people to get for whatever reason, and so that's why they usually hit this, and this is like a byproduct, an afterthought. So once you hit diamond, this is really cool. You get a percentage of what your coach's team cycle bonuses are. So every week I get 10% as a diamond or above coach. My business centers currently, I'm a 5-star in my first business center, a 1-star in my husband's, and a diamond in my second business center. So I get paid from 3 different accounts every single week, and all of those qualify for 10% matching bonuses. So, and all of my active coaches throughout my entire organization, I get 10% of what they make in their cycle bonuses. And it's Beachbody's way of saying, like, great job being a leader. Here's an added bonus. Here's an added incentive every single week. That's pretty cool, right? Anyway, so I just wanted to share that because a lot of people don't recognize that either. It takes nothing from your actual coaches. It's just an added bonus for you creating duplication. Sorry, my kid is yelling. I was making sure everything's okay. I think my Liam just peed in the toilet and Logan was getting very excited about it. Okay, and this brings me to the fourth way that we earn. Let me make sure there's no questions. If you guys have questions, I haven't talked about dead leg yet. I will right now. And you can't do monthly on demand, Mom, but you can do 3. Sorry, I know this is weird. You can do a 3-month subscription. You can't do a month-to-month, but you can do a 3-month subscription. It ends up being like $40, and so it's like a quarterly subscription. So it ends up at the end of the year being $120 instead of $99 for the year. But for some people who prefer that payment method, it is really helpful. And then they have a 6-month one too, which is, I want to say it's around $60 for 6 months. I haven't talked about dead leg yet, but I will as soon as I'm, Nikki, but I will as soon as I'm done with this 4th area we get paid. So, Star Diamond bonus. This is where I was telling you there's another reason, another incentive for being a 2-star. It's because, every quarter you get a bonus. So, there's a Star Diamond bonus pool. So, at the end of every 6 weeks, at the end of every quarter, that is not. So erase that sentence. At the end of every quarter, if you are a 2-star diamond coach and you've held that, been an active 2-star diamond for 6 weeks, 6 consecutive weeks at any point within that quarter, you get a bonus. At 2-star, they're usually between $800 and $1,200. At 5-star, they're usually around $5,000. At 10-star, they're usually 10 to 15,000, and at 15-star, they're usually like 70 to $80,000 of a quarterly bonus. So, just for those of you who are brand new and have no idea what these mean, every time you get a star, it's like another diamond within your team. So 2-star, you have one on each leg. You have to have one on each leg. You can't have two on one leg. That's great if you do, but you won't be a 2-star. 5-star, you have to have 3 diamonds on one leg and 2 diamonds on another leg. That's 5-star. That's also a huge, huge landmark for multiple reasons. 10-star, I want to say it's 5 and 5 off the top of my head. And then 15-star, the additional 5 can go anywhere. So there is some strategy behind placement of active coaches, but I'll tell you this right now, from doing this for 4 years, you never know. You just never know who's going to take this business and run with it. I've had several people tell me, like, I want to do this is amazing, be super pumped up, and then quit within a month. And then I've had other people, I want nothing to do with this business, and I'm not going to coach, which is fine. So I place them as an active coach or a discount coach under my husband's account, and then they blow up. You just never know, and it's part of it. But what basically Beachbody does is they take a percentage of the volume of the total volume, company volume, and they split it into 2%, and then they give 0.5% to each of these pools. So there's obviously, as you get higher up, less people that qualify, so there's less people to divide that chunk of money between, and that's why it's so much higher at 15-star, if that makes sense. But that is something that's really cool that I didn't know for a long time. And really, that kind of sums up the 4 ways that we earn. The only other thing that is not in here is a fast start bonus. So if you sign up 5 coaches, doesn't matter if they're working or not, if they just have the discount, if they just want the discount, 5 coaches within 5 weeks, you get a $100 bonus. This comp plan is really great to have because it'll show you what you need to be active personally and some other issues. But really, this is it. This is it. Let me come back here. And all this comes down to is sharing what you're doing. All it comes down to is sharing what you're doing and having a little bit of strategy behind it. And so if you're someone in the beginning that, let me just tell you right now, it's so common and normal to think that I don't think that I know enough people. I don't think I could do that. Like, I don't think I could find 3 to 5 people every month to sign up. It's very common to think that, and I thought that exact same thing, especially because I had a newborn when I first started, and I was working 40 to 60 hours a week in a prison with no access to my phone or social media or the computer or anything. But for 4 years, I have never missed a month where I have not added 3 to 5 people, and it's more like 5 to 10 regularly every single month for 4 years. And my highest has been, I think, 27 people in 1 month, all signed up with the challenge pack. So you just never know when you share your journey and you're authentic and you're excited about what you're doing. All of this compensation plan comes down to doing that. It comes down to you doing the workouts, you sharing your real struggles, your real highs and your real lows, why you're doing it, why you like Shakeology, what you're learning about it. Share what you don't know. Share all your misconceptions before and, what you've learned in the first week of being a coach. But it all comes down to sharing that excitement and serving other people. Because I can't tell you how many people's lives have been changed and saved. Literally people choosing not to end their life because of being a part of a team and a community like what we have. It really is unlike anything out there. And I know that a lot of companies say that, especially in network marketing, and that's okay. But I've never found the holistic approach, comprehensive approach to foundational health like we have with the fitness, the nutritionist at home, the superfoods that are delivered to your door, all at extremely high quality. The community, the coaching, like we have such an incredible platform, and it's something to be really excited about. Okay, Nikki, let me answer this question about a dead leg. Let me go back here because this will probably be easiest without me. I don't think if I draw it, it will be helpful with how this reverses things. So this is you, right? And let's say you sign up your husband there and someone, a stranger on this leg. And it's time for you to sign up your next coach. And you decide unknowingly, as you're playing around, to place them here. On, let's say this is Gwenda. You sign Barbara up and you place her on your left leg, right? But you accidentally place her on the inside of your left leg. This is going to be over a lot of people's heads, and that's okay. Let me bring it over here. So you place Barbara here, and then you keep going about signing people up. When you sign people up, normally they're going to go always to the outside legs. So they're just going to keep going out this way. But every person, remember, has two legs. So even as you keep going out this way, every person's going to look like this. So there's going to be these random dead legs on the inside. The only inside leg that won't be a dead leg is your spouse's usually, because you're helping them build that, if that makes sense. So if you place Barbara, your next coach here, and they end up being a rock star coach, they're never going to get any volume from you, because everyone you add after Barbara is usually going to your outside left leg. So you're adding, 100 people over the course of years over here, but Barbara's still sitting here with no contributing volume from anything. Hopefully that makes sense. That's what a dead leg is. I've made this mistake, unfortunately, unknowing. I had no idea. Once you get to 2-star, you're going to have a corporate mentor. I mean, you have one once you get diamond and 1-star as well, but at 2-star, they will help you break down your organization. There's coaches that have 8 business centers plus. Lindsay Matway imagine this, being a 15-star diamond coach in 4 separate business centers. Like, it gets insane when you think about placement with those. So in the beginning of being a regular coach and emerald, your first goal is to get to diamond, and it's more of a chess game. Like right leg, left leg. If you think someone is going to potentially be able to add 2 people, you'd want to put them on the opposite side of your spouse, or the opposite side of another person who might go emeralds, because you need an emerald on both legs to hit diamond. You need to be an active diamond to maximize the compensation plan, because your team cycle bonuses go up, your confidence goes up. I mean, cool things happen when you become a diamond coach. And then you teach other people, this is how I hit diamond. And then that builds a strong foundation. The residual income comes with that. The bonuses will come with that all in time. But none of that can happen if you don't go back to the beginning and you're not showing up and you're not passionate about what you're doing and you're not clear on like why this is really cool and showing other people that they should come to you, that you could help them with this, because that's what's happening right now. Because I've been showing up for 4 years on social media, people know to come to me for this kind of thing. But if you're not sharing your story or sharing with your friends and family, and you're not putting yourself as a person of influence or of authority that people can come to, they're never going to know, and they're going to go buy a Beachbody On Demand subscription from someone else or from a total stranger on the internet. And that's what, in this specific time right now that we're in, people are doing that, and you all have massive circles of influence, more than you realize. So if you have that excitement and understanding as to why this could be amazing, put it out there and just say, hey, this is what I'm doing today. Anyone want to work out with me? I'm going to wrap it up because this has been long enough. But I hope that this has been helpful. If you have any other questions, please let me know. All of us should have a group to invite to starting April 1st, which is Wednesday, which is so crazy. So get out there today and invite people to do this with you and find a solution that works for your person, starting with the challenge pack and then downgrading if needed. If finances are an issue, throw out coaching. Hey, I'm learning about this. You could totally learn about it with me, because it's not hard to make your first 50 bucks because everyone's buying this right now. Even when people don't have jobs, they're buying hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of toilet paper. They're buying things. It's just they need to come to you for this, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, you guys. Let's see. If I add anyone, I'm just going to, yes, don't worry, Mom, I will help you with that. How do you not make the mistake, Ashton, with the legs? If you're brand new, and so if you just alternate left and right, when you go to your preferred placement, you're not going to make that mistake. How people make that mistake is when they go to graphical genealogy, which most of you probably don't even know how to do. You can select exactly where to place them, and that's how people do this. That's how people do that, which you really don't need to know how to do that until you are at least a diamond. Then we can talk about that. So as you're placing people, just go left and right. If you don't know what your strong leg is, just ask me. Like Ashton, I think you're on my right leg. And Mom, you're on my left leg. You're the first person, so you have like prime real estate to have an insanely successful business. Anyways, hopefully that answers those questions. Let me see if there's any other ones. And then just so you guys know, you can change your placement within 5 business days. So if you make a mistake, you can change the placement of a coach within 5 business days, and a coach sign up can change their sponsor coach within 5 business days, and after that they're locked in to both their placement and who their sponsor coach is. All right, you guys, again, any questions, please let me know. I hope this was helpful. You guys are awesome. I'm praying for everybody, and let's go change some lives. Bye, guys.